Alright, so gonna go ahead and start some more work on the Silverado today. Gonna be heading in town to the shop. Go ahead and get this axle flip done. I also get this bumper mounted on to the truck. I got all my stuff in boxes over there, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw out all this trash from that wreck with the other truck. So got her loaded down. Let's go ahead and get ready to take her on out. Get the laptop hooked up, get some data logging going. Make some adjustments when we get to the shop. Alright, I think we got it all set, ready to go. Alright, so I got her on in the shop here. Went ahead and put the lift in place to go ahead and grab it by each corner, pick it up in the air. I gotta get to taking everything loose, all the fuel lines, all the harness and stuff, push it back through the bed, lift it up, and then I'll be able to get up underneath to the rear axle. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started working on that now, and then once I have the bed off, I'll be back with you. I got everything ready. I'm going to go ahead and lift her off, and that'll give me a little bit easier access. Hoping this lift will go high enough and give me some room. Alright, so where I'm at so far, I got the rear end unbolted. I got a leaf spring out on one side. The other one's loose in there. What I'm doing with it now, just going ahead, taking the nut loose off of this, flip it to the bottom side so my centering pin would now be on the top of the leaf spring. And then I'm gonna slide it back in underneath the axle this time, slap the bolts in there loose. I'm gonna leave everything loose till I got everything situated where I want it. Then after I slap the new U-bolts on and the new plate on with the leaf spring purchase, I'm gonna leave everything loose, set her back down on her own weight, and then I'll have to set my angle finder gauge on the rear axle and to the transmission. Go ahead and try to set my pinion angle, throw a couple little tacks in there, get it to hold itself in place. Then I'll end up pulling the whole rear end out from under the truck to finish up welding it the rest of the way, and then basically be bolting it all back together. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on that now, and I'll update you in a sec where I'm at with it. Alright, so I've run into my first issue. Got the bed back down just to see how it was going to ride. See, I got is she's sitting basically on the tire, which I'm not leaving her this low anyways because she's actually squatting at the moment. She's there's a 2-inch drop shackle in the back, and the axle flip drops at 3.5 inches to 4 inches, somewhere in there. So it's like 5.5, 6 inches of drop in the back, and I only got the front lowered like 2. So the plan was anyways to take the shackle back out of the back and put the stock rod height shackle back in and lift it 2 inches back up. Now right now she's also basically sitting on the frame. I think I'm gonna throw the factory bump stop in for now, just to keep it off the tire. Limp her home, because I'm only like 5 minutes from home, and take the stock shackles off the parts truck, throw on this one, and I'll just flip these shackles onto the parts truck just so it can still be moved around without the leaf spring being loose. And that'll keep her up 2 inches off the tire, and then I can keep it where the bump stop will stop it from hitting the tire at least. It's getting kind of late, so I really don't feel like staying up any later to do the C-notch tonight, so I'm not going to get around to it. And also I want to see how it's going to sit with that shackle taken out, because if I don't have to cut the frame, I'm going to try not to. But if I still need to go back and cut the frame with that 4-inch drop, then that's just what I'm gonna have to do. But she definitely does sit a lot lower, which is what I was looking for. Also, when I go back, I'm due for a set of tires anyways. These are 30.5 inch tall, so I'll be switching to a 28 inch tall in the back, and then that should get me away from the fender pretty good. Also, I'll be looking at a different set of rims to try and get them up underneath the truck more, and hopefully that'll solve that issue. It's really a good bit of work getting this truck to be a nice truck. Like I said before, I wasn't really worried about the way she looked, because she was built just to go fast and run consistent at the track. But now that I'm trying to get her looking right, it's a good bit of work just to get everything situated where it needs to be, and still perform very well at the track. Well, I'm gonna see what I can do, get this buttoned up, and then I'm probably head on to the house. I might mess with the shackles tonight. Knowing me, I typically can't go to bed until everything's at least functional, so more than likely I'm probably gonna mess with the shackles tonight. If I do, I'll keep you updated, get you some more recent video of how it sits once that's all done. It might be in the morning time when there's more light, because I know last time I tried to go out, and this camera doesn't do very well in the dark. So I'll get back with you in the morning, let you see what I ended up doing, how the truck looks, and alright, so I got the truck all done. I got the big 2-inch drop shackles out, put the stock shackles in. It's still pretty tight right here, but I'm gonna be switching from this 30.5 inch tall tire to a 28 inch tall tire anyways. I ain't gonna be driving the truck too much until I get that done. If I do, I might throw my street tires on I got there onto the back of it just for the time being. Overall, it's looking pretty good. I might drop it down a little more in the front, because I think it does have a slight squat in the back, but I got plenty of room to drop the front without having an issue. Ended up, once everything was welded together, pinion angles basically where I want it to be. So this is pretty much well done. Loving the way it looks. I appreciate y'all for coming and watching and seeing the project as it comes along. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll get back with you once I start on the next project.